Alright guys, hello and welcome back to some more Photonmelodies. We're on a mission to figure out what alternative 4 is, but it's kind of a failed mission like right at the start because it was already shown that Yuko and the Valkyries already know that Silvio's a spy, so they're just, I don't know what, they have something planned for him, at least Yuko does, so we'll see how it goes. Also, they all think he's hot, which he is, so fair enough. But yeah, let's get right into it. Happy to be back in Yokohama. Feel like it's been a hot minute, and I love how as soon as I start to record, someone starts vacuuming in the house. From the soundbar, it doesn't seem like it's too noticeable, but it'll disappear, especially when the music comes on. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
説明は以上です。この来賓用のセキュリティパスを見えるところにお付けください。
Put it on your forehead.
執務室で光月副司令から正規のパスが交付されます。その際にこれは自動で効力を失いますので廃棄していただいて結構です。
Are you sure?
はい。
Oh my god. Those sunglasses. I always wanted like reddish sunglasses. Maybe not that red, like that or like darkish pink I think would look good, but sunglasses are expensive, man. But they're like the one thing like I would want like multiple pairs of if I wanted to spend some disposable income. Probably like not that. Like I like more circular frames or square frames. This is like, I feel like you need to be like, have that like hot model look for these. It's kind of crazy, but I like it. Obviously, my bro is looking like a model. You sure you wouldn't want rather I return it to you? Is he rizzing? Kind of feels like that. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Yeah, he is. Good one, bro. Oh, I didn't even realize this, but we might actually see some of the OG cast members too. I was gonna be like, yeah, because they should be here except for Taku, and obviously Sumiko's still a brain, but everyone should be here, right? I don't know how likely it is we'll see them, but that would be kind of cool. The offer is much appreciated. Oh my god, the pose. He really, yeah, like we learned in the last episode that he's really modeling his behavior after Renzo, his dead best friend. So it's kind of crazy going like to this from his super religious and like kind of like more upstanding citizen to like kind of a playboy personality. It's funny though. What a shame. Here I was hoping you'd take me there yourself. I was trying to say kind of dissing the men, but we really don't know much men in here. There's like the bully random character that tried to bully Takeru. Takeru's not even here yet. There's the big boss, who's an old dude. Not a lot of male sprited characters we know. My apologies, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch all of it. What a shame. Then again, I can't help but admire women so dedicated to their careers. Please forget I said anything. It actually kind of works because, like, even though he's trying to pull on the playboy act, he still kind of has that, like, chivalrous nature. So it makes like a weird combination. It kind of works. I'd like to ask for one last favor. Allow me the pleasure of seeing your smile so the memory might make my journey even sweeter. My god. Overcooking a little. It was brief, but our time together has made my passage to the Atso's office a little less lonely. Thank you. Yeah,
顔は
okay.
いい
Yeah,
んだけど
he overcooked it a little bit at the end. I think he was doing good before like from here to here. No, from here. Here's like that's where like the fusion comes in. And then like this is then it gets into cringe territory. Now this is quite a welcome. There's not only regular guards, but also mechanized infantry crawling all over the place. They probably mentioned that, but we definitely never seen that. That looks sick as fuck. I can probably like 1v1 a red beta, just in case. Made sense. This base is going to be swarming with UNVPs in a couple of days. Yo, we're on B4. It's the dorms. The UN Pacific Theater, 11th Force, Yokohama base. I have to say, this place is quite different from what I had in mind. The building itself is nothing out of the ordinary, but for some reason the atmosphere here feels really open and bright. Maybe the walls are made from more than just concrete? I suspect this was a deliberate design choice in any case. A colorful exterior to hide all the dark secrets that lie beneath. I mean, it is a dark secret alternative for it, technically, so it's not wrong, but... And there probably is more shady shit we just don't know about. Like, again, we didn't know about them hiring, like, literal... Well, I was gonna say terrorists, but they're not terrorists, but this giga unethical guys from Algeria. So... Then again, this has never been your typical military base. How could it be when it's not only built on top of a hive, but also at ground zero of a G-bomb detonation? From what I hear, the effects of long-term exposure to hives or G-bomb pollution on the human body are still unknown. Yeah, we're doing some live testing right now. To think all the innocent men and women Dr. Kozuki has made pawns in her research, and yet she too stands to suffer from all ill effects, by her own choice no less. There's no such thing as the devil, but this woman certainly comes close. After all, her greatest trick has been to find a way to make the people of this country unwitting participants of her atrocious research. I mean, I'd assume that most people getting stationed on the base, obviously they know a G-bomb happened, and I'm gonna guess it's common knowledge that there are, like, unknown effects from G-bomb radiation, so I wouldn't really call it getting tricked. So this is what they call the forefront of beta research. I must succeed in my mission no matter the cost. Messy ass room, man. Didn't even clean it up for this important weekend, or week, or whatever it is. Either one works. I know, you don't need to worry, Dr. Kozuki. That's what Renzo would have called her, Dr. Nadatsu. Yeah, my boy's literally, he's having, I don't know if it's not really a mental breakdown, but it is, again, really weird that he's doing this, but it was an extremely traumatic experience, right? Losing his best friend and then getting devoured by Beta. Can't really blame his brain for being fucked up. Maybe he can sympathize with Sumita, but it's not like Sumita can communicate, so I guess it doesn't really work. And he won't meet Sumita, so... Just like her, Renzo wasn't too fond of formalities. In fact, one of the things he hated the most were rigid hierarchies. And I'm sure if he was going to be stuck working together with a woman he fancied, he would have avoided anything that reminded him of the military. Yo, I thought that was a sword, but it was Kasami's ears. Zoom out of the boobs, go back to Kasami, please. No, I mean... No, it's okay. Brains, beauty, she got it all. Those voluptuous mounds are beyond awe-inspiring. Aphrodite herself would go green with envy. Depends on the interpretation of Aphrodite. Always in my mind. I believe she has some huge haunters, respectfully. Mere words cannot begin to do justice to a belladonna like this. One must be in her presence to truly appreciate what she has to offer. Simply statuesque. Dr. Kozuki is stunning to the point where she sucks all the air from the room, which might explain how her breasts ended up so large. My boy does have a way with words, though. I've known many powerful people in my life, but nobody comes close to her. She's truly exceptional, especially in the bus department. I mean, just wait until you see the rest of the women in the space. Lots of well-endowed individuals that I think are better than Kozuki's. Maybe. Haven't really been keeping track. I could live for 1,000 years and yet still fail to find someone as overwhelming as her, particularly in the bus department. I wonder if she notices. It is pretty creepy. Nothing. Just taking a photographic screenshot in the what's it called? The Spank Bank. My friend, I offer you HD close-ups of Kozuki's Pete's, taken by yours truly as I stand directly before the real thing. Oh my god, how do we go from the beginning, the super tense, emotional beginning, to his Rizz arc, his perv arc? That's crazy. Not complaining. Enjoy these bosoms, breasts you love so much. Enjoy them to your heart's content. Oh, she does notice. That's crazy. Like how Tassim is just vibing in the corner. He's sweating. Ain't do I really? People often tell me that I look aloof, but there's a clear negative intent in the doctor's voice. It's a side effect of his transformation. I love the sweat. The sweat's so funny. And he's not even... I love how he's focusing on that and not her calling him out on his lecherous gaze. This is a catastrophe. I don't care what people think of me, but what people think of you, Renzo. They don't even know him, bro. I know you're honoring your boy, but none of these people here know who he is. Or maybe they know who he is if they look deep in his file, but still. That's a completely different story. I thought I was acting exactly as you would, but have I been doing it wrong this whole time? That can't be. Beautiful women have been drawn to me everywhere I go. I'm a goddamn Casanova. Doesn't matter where I go, chits follow. My appeal is universal. I mean, yeah, in Lit's department. Well, I mean, nothing's universal in Lit's department, but I would say generally you're right. At least that's what I thought. It's just the personality and constantly staring. At least that's what I thought. It must be the culture. Truly, the class of civilizations is a dreadful thing, a complete barrier to my charms. A certain someone once said that before the war against the Beta, our world was split into 5 different cultural spheres, each with a conflicting set of values. 5? What would it be? Like America? I guess it would be like North America, because I think South America is a lot different culturally. I mean, every country is different culturally, but if we're just generalizing to that extent, or it could be like what? Just the continents? North America, Europe, Australia, Asia, Africa? Is that what he's trying to say? Oh, what? Christianity, Islam, Greater China, India, and finally Japan. So Christianity, I mean, I guess, yeah, both North and South America were/are, I'm not really a statistics guy, are generally Christian, and Europe, I would say, is generally Christian. Then Islam, which is the Middle East more, and some other parts of Europe. China is its own. I don't know what Greater China is, but China has its own thing going. But where's like Russia? I guess Russia. I mean, they're like Orthodox Catholics, right? India. And finally Japan. I mean, it's a pretty broad scope, but I feel like Japan is is kind of shoehorned in there. I can kind of understand the other ones, but like, couldn't you put Japan with other, like maybe not China, but like Korea maybe? Not that, again, they are different, but if we're being super broad. The country developed its own unique civilization, quite different from the rest of the world. True. A cultural Galapagos. Japan's peculiar culture is at the same time its strongest asset and its most glaring weakness. Even my usual lady killer routines aren't working here. I think you would do plenty fine in modern Japan, in like metro areas at least. Like this guy looks like he would prowl the streets of Shibuya. When I blew my approach, but I can always salvage this. There's a lesson to be learned here. Always familiarize yourself with the local culture and customs before commencing future operations. Good advice. I'd be worried too, Kozuki, from this first interaction. My apologies. I was lost in thought. Did you say something? And I won't betray them. I'm prepared to lay down my life for the sake of this mission. Now, I know this is an abrupt way to change the topic, but I'd like to go over the specifics of your guard detail. How am I supposed to act as your bodyguard then, Doctor? Yeah, the flashy appearance definitely doesn't go well with covert spy missions, to be honest. Man, the military usually gives you very specific instructions you're supposed to follow to the letter, but she's the exact opposite. This is going to be more difficult than I thought. Understood, I will keep watch from a moderate distance. 30 meters shouldn't be an issue. With my hybrid augmented eyesight and speed, I'll still be more effective than your average bodyguard. Besides, this arrangement is perfect. Way easier for me to investigate Alternative 4 if I'm not chained to the doctor's side 24/7. All I have to do is make sure I'm not being watched. Kazumi! Show her, man. Introduce her. I don't understand. Because this is a high clearance zone, so it's not like any intruders should get on this floor usually. Are you saying that as long as you're underground, your safety is guaranteed? So that's why there isn't a single guard station in the underground level. She's that confident about the base's security. Plus, no intelligent surface on Earth can place an agent down here if there's no guard positions to be filled in the first place. A foolproof, completely autonomous security scheme. So, sure, it's true that having unrestricted freedom of movement will come in handy, but can't explore the actual floors you need to uncover the secrets. I hope you know what you're doing. She always knows what she's doing. Most of the time. I can't tell if she's being brave or just overly optimistic. Whichever it is, I don't think she's fully aware of the danger she's in. Yeah, this may be way too convenient. Everything's been going my way since I got here, all the more reason I should proceed with caution. There's a definite possibility she suspects I'm here to investigate Alternative 4. In that case, I should be able to lift any suspicions on me by focusing on my guard duties. No offense, Dr. Kozuki, but you're not the one who decides whether it's safe or not. I know you're a genius, but you've never had to deal with a terrorist threat so close to home before. That's where I come in. Or perhaps you disagree. He finally notices. She's just bouncing, man. Or her ears are bouncing. What the hell? Dr. Sandbat, unidentified rabbit ears. You have 30 seconds to come out or I'll shoot. Flawless, my ass. This guy got all the way into her office. That's why. So she was just under the desk. Okay. And that's why her ears just kept poking out. Maybe she just didn't want to interact with us because she's nervous. What the hell am I looking at? Mandibles? Antenna? No, they're ears? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are ears.
Who
is talking? What the? Oh! Dude, it's kind of crazy we just never saw this guy ever again after he disappeared. I mean, it doesn't make sense realistically. Why would he show up? But yeah, my boy. Weird dude who always leaves weird souvenirs. What? Who the hell is this guy? Honestly, probably a better spy than you. This guy's goated. But Kodo's dad.
失礼しました、博士。あまりの美しさに見とれてしまい、声の出し方を忘れてしまいまして。
True. Seriously, who is this guy? I didn't notice him at all. Stealth 100, baby.
やれやれ。死に物狂いで声の出し方を思い出したというのに釣れないですな。さて、君は一体何者かね。麗しき闇世界のバラ、光月博士をたぶらかすつもりなら衣装をしたためたまえ。
Unless she's super wasted and doom-pilled, if alternative 4 fails. And it's Christmas. You've got the order all wrong there, pal. You're supposed to give your name first.
これは失敬。私の名前は秘密だ。
Damn. That's fine. Your autopsy report will give me all the information I need.
人にいきなり銃を向けて恫喝するような輩に答える名などない。
You sure?
まずはその貴様呼ばわりをやめてもらおうか。私には鎧左近という名がある。そして役職は課長だ。
You're Section Chief Sakon Hiroi? I've heard that name somewhere before.
私の名前を聞き出すとは誘導尋問か。やるな。
Bad cop never goes out of style. No, he's playing you, bro. You don't. Do you actually think you got his name out? There's no way.
そうだぞ、オルランディ注意。いい加減にしたまえ。ボケの横取りは意地汚いな。
He knows who I am? Well, I guess it's not surprising, given he's on familiar terms with Dr. Kozuki. I must apologize, Mr. Uroi. My behavior was uncalled for. I'm Lieutenant Silvio Orlandi.
はじめまして、注意。
で、何の用？今すぐ帰ってほしいんだけど。
いや、お恥ずかしい。何？色男が博士のハートを狙って来日したと聞き及び、都心に駆られ、気がつけばここにいた次第。
はいはい、わかったから。
He's so tall. What the heck? I didn't notice that. Or I forgot about it. What the heck? He's like bigger than a head length over Kozuki.
もちろん万事滞りなく。光月博士のご依頼とあらば、いかなることでも最優先。いつでも何なりと私にお申し付けください。
あっそ。じゃあさっさと帰ってもらえる？最優先で。
さすが光月博士、痛いところ。それでは退散するとしますかな。オルランディ注意、いずれまた。
まったく、毎度のことながら鎧の相手は疲れるわね。
Sakon Yoroi, I remember now. He's from the Imperial Ministry of Intelligence, the one and only Tokyo's man of mystery. I'm starting to understand. He's trying to tell me I'll be under observation at all times, that as long as I'm in Yokohama base, he can reach me whenever he likes. But at the very least, I'm sure he and Dr. Kozuki are on the same side. After all, Alternative 4 is Japan's baby, and he's part of the Japanese intelligence community. Officially, we are allies. Unofficially, it's quite a different story. I did expect someone to keep a close eye on me, but not Sakon Yoroi himself. This mission won't be easy.
Yashiro, もう変なのはいなくなったから、出てきても大丈夫よ。
So she was hiding from him? I guess she would notice him. The stage beetle girl. Wait, no, the rabbit girl. Or rather, the artificial Esper.
この子のことは当然知ってるわよね。
Oh my god, and she's just... Oh wait, yeah, she can't read our mind. One of our strengths. Trying to say that's kind of disastrous. More or less. A byproduct of humanity's descent into madness, a tragic victim who has been forced to become a living reminder of the lengths mankind would go to in its desperate wish to live. What this girl had to endure is a tragedy, a crime that shouldn't be repeated, no matter how far the beta force our hand. I'm Silvio Orlandi. Nice to meet you. Classic Kasumi line. Oh no, don't tell me she lost the ability to speak in exchange for her mind-reading powers.
ヤシロ、かすみです。
Thank God her situation isn't that horrible. A pleasure, Miss Yashiro.
あらら、嫌われたみたいね。
Well, unlucky. That look is crazy. A natural reaction. I'm the first person she's met whose thoughts she can't read. It's obvious she'd be afraid.
シャチをこばった怖い顔してるからよ。笑ってみれば寄ってくるかもよ。
I can't. As long as I breathe, I'm not allowed to feel any joy. I Rizz for the memory of my friend, not for pleasure. Not to mention, she's completely outside his strike zone. Since he would have ignored her, I have no reason to try and get buddy-buddy with Miss Yashiro unless the mission demands it. Don't loot Kasumi, man. Leave her alone. Dude, I finally get the picture thing. I forgot. I thought he was just doing a mental image, but he does have a cybernetic eye. And so maybe he can actually save images. That's crazy, if that works like that. Seems like there's some lingering remnants of my past self. I only live to finish what Renzo started. That's how it should be, but I guess some of my personal preferences are still there, in my subconscious, crying out for release. Some reason this image makes Kasumi look way taller than she is. It's probably because, obviously, the different artwork, but this, yeah, it makes her legs look so super long in this. Not that I'm into little girls, definitely not. Thank God. On the other hand, it's not like I have anything against them either. By little, I mean, I think he means petite, not, you know, children. Oh well, no use worrying about the pictures I've already taken. I've got storage space to spare. Yeah, so he can literally take snapshot. The ultimate creep shot guy. That's crazy. And deleting them is far too much work. Yes, I'll just leave them there. Strictly for matters of efficiency.
ねえ、そこのロリコン。あんた自分が何しにここに来たか忘れてないわよね。
Pedobot is crazy, but hilarious. Of course not, Doctor. I'm not afraid of death because I died that day back in the Algerian desert. However, the thought of someone going through the data in my brain after I'm dead is a fate worse than death. Dude, somehow this is funnier than the last route. Somehow already. The fuck. I'm actually dying here reading this. It's so good. What the heck? All that fancy tech 6 million euros can buy, yet no one's thought it would be a good idea to include an automatic memory wipe once I'm dead for good. It's the erase my browser history after I die thing. Damn it, I have to delete them myself, there's no other option. But this isn't for my sake alone, perish the thought, this is to preserve Renzo's honor too. I think I have a general idea of the base's security situation now. Place is manned by UN troops, so I can't see a non-state actor attempting a large-scale raid. Small-scale attacks by a special force or guerrilla units are another matter, though. However, there are plenty of guards and mechanized infantry all over the base. We're in an acceptable position, if I may say so. The place looks secure enough, and I guess the doctor knows what she's doing. I should go along with her proposal. I'd rather do things my way, but it's not my place to decide. If you want me to keep my distance, I'll respect your wishes. Are you talking about the mechanized infantry? They're what keeps you safe, you have to compromise. And just so I'm certain, are you absolutely sure the security department is clean? I mean, it has to be. Miss Yashro should be able to read their minds. Is that so? Alright. That's convenient. Wish she would have told me earlier, though. Where are you going? Valkyries! Maybe we get to meet the new one formally. Or the one that's not in the in the trilogy. Because I don't remember what happened to her. Probably dead. Or injured. Hopefully injured. You're the boss. Guides, a diplomatic way of saying handlers. Get ready for a field day when we meet the Valkyries. Oh. What is this outfit? And this song? Oh my god. What is this? I am not complaining. It's kind of drippy, dude. Fingerless gloves, too. Double belt that serves no purpose but fashion. Hayasu is just vibing in this. Munatata? Maybe not. Not so much. I guess they don't have... Didn't someone have a double... What is Suzumiya wearing? Okay, that's insane. Oh, so where's the missing girl, man? What the hell did they make Suzumiya wear? What the hell is this? I never expected Japanese soldiers to behave exactly like European ones. Our values are simply too different, but this is beyond good and evil. And besides... Yeah. That's something you wear to the carnival in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. There's absolutely nothing Japanese about it whatsoever. Is there something in the water here in Yokohama? The doctor said guides, and this is a military base. Logic dictates that my handlers would be soldiers, maybe even surface pilots, but there's no way they use our UN Type C uniforms. Absolutely no way. Just for argument's sake, even though it's completely ridiculous, let's assume these are military uniforms. That still doesn't answer the most pressing question. Why in the blazes are they wearing this stuff? Are these girls here to, I don't know, boost morale? Or maybe they're planning to perform for the UN VIPs? Doctor, what exactly are they wearing? I don't believe these are standard issue UN uniforms. True, everyone should wear that. That can't be right. Issuing a few custom-made uniforms actually makes it more costly. Even if they use less fabric, you still need to tailor them from scratch.
ほら、気に入らなかった？私はあんなやぼったいのよりこっちの方が好きだけど。
Well, they certainly leave an impression. Putting the carnival costume aside, this only proves beyond a shadow of a doubt how culturally isolated Japan is from the rest of the world. Yeah, I mean, this look like idol outfits, or I can see them on idols. Can't say I disapprove though. Isolation might not be so bad after all. Japan clearly has a bright future ahead of it. I'm sure Rento would wholeheartedly agree. Because let's be real, you can't possibly say the regular type's uniform is exactly all that flattering, at least not when compared to this more form-fitting outfit. Snapshot time. Right, that's it. The design works precisely because it's derived from the type's uniform. The contrast between the Doctor's own colorful additions and the boring base design really makes the whole thing much more daring and sensual overall. I have to concede the skirt length isn't the most practical, but it's perfect for a stage performance by Moro Corpse. Dr. Kozuki sure is a wonder to behold. She might be kind of funny in the head, but she really has an outstanding intellect. Truly, the line between genius and madman is paper thin. She's an yeah, please show less of Suzumiya. It's a little risky for YouTube, honestly. She is an honest-to-God pioneer. The entire world should adopt her type A uniform. Morale on the front lines would definitely skyrocket.
そこまで気に入ってくれたのなら嬉しいわ。
Damn.
まで何度もありもに。ま、そんな話はどうでもいいわね。
So she does still do that in this universe. We never saw that, but it's nice to know even this really hardened Marimo can still be forced to wear weird outfits. So, is there any point to this, Doctor? Oh no, don't make me choose. Ridiculous. Is this really a UN military base? Because it seems to me this place could very well pass for a run-of-the-mill establishment in any red light district. The way it usually goes, the most qualified person is given the assignment. There has to be something deeply wrong with discipline here if they're asking me to pick my guide based on looks alone. These girls may be here to boost morale, but they're still soldiers first and foremost. And yet, the doctor expects me to make a decision mere minutes after meeting them for the first time? This is frivolity. Frivolity? I know what frivolous means, but I've never seen this word. I probably have. Frivolity, I guess, of the highest order. Not to mention, Renzo would never go out with someone without first making sure they're compatible. True? Based? If he wouldn't do it, then I can't either.
言っておくけど、誰も優秀よ。あんたのパートナーは十分に務まるわ。保証する。みんな少しでも私のわがままでわざわざ欧州からやってきたあんたの力になりたいって言ってね。能力的にみんな同じなら、あんたの好みで選んでもらおう。
Well, I wouldn't say that, but no offense, Suzumiya, you're a little lower class in like the combat sphere. Obviously, the best would be. Oh yeah. Wait, where's Tashawagi, dude? We literally saw it last episode in the new girl. I guess they just didn't want to put on the outfits, or they didn't have enough. That sounds reasonable. All these women want to help me. How fascinating. Maybe I was overthinking it.
それじゃ、とりあえず自己紹介させましょうか。誰から行く？
Probably Yusumi. Capitan. There's too much pressure on these poor girls. Of course no one wants to be the first to break the ice. I've heard Japanese women are sort of shy and reserved, but that's not the issue here. The problem is how they're so all lined up. I could swear I've stepped right into a brothel.
ではここは私から。よ、さすがは隊長。
So she's their commander.
私は特殊任務部隊 A01。
I wonder if he knows about the Valkyries, because they're like, they're kind of top secret, right?
よろしく。
Good introduction, though Meet Isumi isn't something we've heard in a while. Maybe we did hear Meet Izumi, but not like this, in this kind of situation. Brazil! Passionate yet an obvious dash of restraint, or perhaps confident yet anxious would be a more accurate description. Turn on the cameras, you can record videos too. She's bold, but her timidity also shines through. This tantalizing feeling of two opposite qualities coming together in one person. I have no idea what to call this phenomenon. But by God, do I like it. I know what you would think, my friend. A lady on the streets and a freak in the sheets. Oh, that's such a classic, dude. I remember. What was the weeb version of that? Kawaii on the streets, senpai in the sheets. Non-ironically, you use that in like high school. not to Rizz, but more like in an online sense. I would say that a lot. I think that was in my Steam profile for a while. Is it still there? Because I literally never changed my Steam profile. Dude, the worst thing about a Steam profile is, like, you can change the display name, but not the account name. Not that people can see it, but whenever I see my account name, I'm like, let me change it, dude. Because I made my account when I was, like, a kid, like 12, 13, and I don't even want to say what it's called. But it's, no, I can't. It's too embarrassing. You'll never know. You'll never know. Profile. Damn, I literally put my full name on there. Does that matter? I don't know. I have my like name and last name, Canada. How do I see my description? Someone put a, who the heck is Slayers from Twitch.tv? Give me a dog thing on, what the heck? I literally never look at this shit. Yeah, I have no summary. Oh, I thought I used to have my YouTube linked in, but whatever. Anyways, went off on a tangent. Snapshot. Yes, I read you loud and clear. Bro, at least he has his sunglasses on, so maybe it's less obvious, but at least be discreet about it, man. A news bulletin straight from her chest. Study shows sizes and everything. What do you mean? They're pretty big. No? Aren't they like around Kozuki's? I guess not. Okay, side by side? Yeah, they are a little... I mean, the Kozuki's aren't that big. You find no not that much bigger than Isumi's. Can't believe we're having this discussion. You will find no disagreement here. Personally, I think Dr. Super Battleship Yamamoto class boobs might be a bit too much to handle. Dude. Too bad this guy won't get to see Ayamane. Hers was the biggest out of the group, right? From memory. Okay. Memory is like, it's Ayamane, then Maya probably. Then it's either Sumito or Chizuru, I don't remember. Then Makoto, then Tama. On the other hand, the captain's heavy cruiser Mogami class twins are far more aerodynamic and literally within your grasp. No doubt Renta would have given them high marks and maybe a A-, or maybe even an A if he was feeling generous. Okay, so this is... I know obviously the outfits were part of the plan, but Kozuki's making them act like this? That's funny. Hot? Suzumiya's face is crazy. She went from like a astonished look to a to what this face. I don't, a shocked face? Huh? Critical hit to the third bridge. Why do you say that?
はいそれは
なんか違った。私、やりすぎた？
やりすぎっていうか
It was cute.
オルランディ1にこれは
I understand. You don't need to worry. An eccentric display like that could never sully your charm.
気候
The difference between women in Japan and those in the West is quite remarkable. I must thank you for driving the point home so forcefully.
ありがとう。なんとなく嬉しいわ。
Even a naval mine wouldn't deliver a blow that strong. The cultural rift between the Japanese and Christian worlds might be deeper than it seems.
いすみは早々に脱落ね。じゃあ次、鈴宮ね。
Dude, I just realized it's not gonna be Munakata. No, just of the intro. I was like, who's this blonde dude with Munakata? It was Silvio. I didn't put that together, man. Because when we introduced to Silvio, he didn't have that. He didn't look like that. Nice, I guess, though. I don't think we're striking with Munakata. Doesn't she have a... I forgot her story. She has like a boyfriend like in another province or something. I forgot if he's dead or not. I don't think he's dead. I think the dead one is the one Hayase and older Suzumiya liked. If I remember my romance lore correctly.
はい。
The uniform may well be daring, but she most definitely is not. I'm peddling her as the calm and introverted type. Yeah, she doesn't exactly strike me as confident. This must be quite an ordeal for her.
私、鈴宮遥は
It's nice seeing Suzumiya, man.
コマンドポストオフィサーを務める注意なの。シルビオくん、よろしくね。
Because unlike some of the, like, I guess literally everyone else, except maybe Kashawagi too, she didn't really have a flashy death. Her death was just sad, man. We didn't get like a cool epic self-sacrifice scene. Like most of the people died for like doing something. I mean, obviously she was trying to do something, but she didn't accomplish it, and it was just really sad, man. Just seeing her silhouette get splatted on the window. So it's nice to see her back. Also, I feel like her personality can really fit for like the idol stuff, like the super shy one. Isn't that like, I don't know, my Japanese idol lore is kind of low right now. I used to know more, I think. Not this song, dude. Really? Brazil!
あなたのこと出会う前からずっと見てたの。だから今日はスパゲッティ記念日。ソースがトマトで美味しいよ。
So is there like a reward or something for whoever gets chosen? Is that why they're trying to like Rizz him? Yeah, she flubbed her words. What? Is she alright? Yeah, that last sentence didn't really make any sense.
ねえ、シルビオくん、おまじないしよう。
Dude, Hayase's face is crazy right now. Oh my god. Yo, this art's trying to kill me, dude. I know there's probably gonna be some turn where it gets serious, but this is beyond funny. I actually can't. Dude, I can't. This for me, I don't know. Maybe you should just make this the thumbnail. It's so funny. This is bad. She might actually believe things like magic and charms are real, which speaks volumes about her mental health. Oh, Tiny. Nevertheless, her act has certainly piqued my interest. That childish credence of hers is stirring up my protective instincts, but for some reason, I get the impression she's much tougher than she looks. True? Can't even tell those are cybernetic lights. Whew. And although I generally prefer them to be little bitter, just like their owner, their modesty is weirdly enticing. Yeah, anime words are just different, built different. Those are like, would be pretty big IRL, I think. Like, at least average, but probably above average. At least in the Canadian sphere, I think. It's not like I'm recording breast sizes of women, so I don't know.
夜空に星が瞬く影で二人の笑いがこだまする星から星に離れても二人がそれを即参上
Bars?
やめてよそんな風にされたら恥ずかしいよ何を今さらやるわねはるか怖い子
これは確実にキープ入ったでしょ。じゃあ次、早瀬。
Too bad we don't get Kashawadi in the lineup. I want to see her performance, man. As an OG Kashawadi fan, who was goated throughout her whole appearance. Anyways, we're gonna stop here. Yeah, next episode's we're gonna continue the riot here. I do think Munakata is gonna be the one who gets picked. Just from the intro. Spoilers, Aiden, spoilers. But it's alright. Who would I choose? Hard question. I have no idea. Maybe like Hayase, even though our personalities are not compatible at all. But I'd kind of just like Hayase. Plus, I did want to see more of her. Izumi obviously did a goated character, but we already got like a lot from her from Photonflowers. So I thought Hayase's shine would be like what they would focus on that, since she is like the second most like badass Valkyrie, but more Munatada's cool, because really Munatada, and I always forget, I think Kazumi's the green haired one. They get like no screen time, so they're always in the back of my head. But yeah, anyways, great episode again. Who would have thought after the first episode this might be the funniest arc from the side arts? Kinda crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Later.